Now, do you really think you can best me? Let me out, son.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best-kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went in. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around... If you ever meet my gran, this trip...
Not to worry, Poppy.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence.
I found goblin arm. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Perhaps I should scout around Fellcroft for something to poach. Gah! Gah!
Turn my back for 1 second and watch
Totalis.
planet. The very moment I don't have everyone of you standing in my line of sight is a disaster. And the first one of you's trying to pin it on me, you can count the minutes till you speak your last word.
Totalis.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. That's it. Lightfooted's the word.
Someone's here. Don't know what Victor was thinking, stroking a
It's Totalis.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last whip...
It's Totalis.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? Yes. A more hushed approach is likely one. Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Aloha Mora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
So, careful! Rambo's got his dragon intact! Don't think you'll get it out of here! I won't rest!
Expelliarmus!
Coward! Fucking man!
Rather unwise coming back in.
Like to talk to dragons, do you? Let me out, this!
Vicious Atla! You'd be better suited for gardening than for battle!
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Accio! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Bombardo!
What the
Leviosa! Little prude!
Enough! Now,
Potato!
not making around like a billy fiddler! There you enjoy suffering, do you? We have some old back for more? No, not the bright child.
Ex-Potato!
That is to warm you up.
The lab returns to the world.
Accio!
Looks like someone pays attention in herbology. What sort of person might be last?
Confringo! Accio!
Let me out, go!
Leviosa!
Get away with that.
Confringo!
Not so well for you. Marcellus, what's that? Who's there?
Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Release me!
We don't have time. You need to free her now before more show up.
Accio! This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out. This way! was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But it'll be hard hiding something like this from...
We aren't helping ourselves, Stan.
You're right. If there's... Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
There was something else too. A dash of powdered bat spleen, I think.
Handy resource indeed.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Professor Weasley asked me to,
Did she now?
quiz.
Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for... None of the other students will try it. They don't value...
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical...
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competition. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Bludger.
When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded true or false. Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, and I won't be giving you any more...
I'm sorry.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Yes, the transformation spell. But first, I'd like you to carry out a couple of tasks which will help you to complete your field guide. Attend my transfiguration class once you've done them, and we can begin the lesson.
You have a new spell to teach...
Yes, but first, I'd like you to carry out a couple of tasks. Attend my transfiguration class once... Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss...
I did. You seem to have had no trouble. And frankly,
Thank you, Professor.
as I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back. protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
Was your visit to an ex-aura in Upper Hogsfield connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't begin to imagine what that was about.
Not at all. I was, merely interested in learning more about the Aura program. I saw Professor Sharp.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember, it'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be... I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure... Until then, well done.
What are you up to now?
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me?
I had hoped to speak.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that could have been anything.
You know what it was.
I am allowed to leave the castle.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for them.
But Mother! If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Bye.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment?
It is specific to me. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now. Much to my... That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born in?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf, then placing the leaf in a crystal vial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is
Now the nickname.
It is. I love transforming. She says that no creature... She claims that she has foreseen tragedy, but she has used her sight to control me too many.
We're making...
I agree. I have never... You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after. I choose to act as you have. I must... My mother cannot know. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Off on another adventure.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing. I think a collar is precisely what we've...
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was...
That attack always did strike me as a little strange. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow...
Exactly. That's a good idea. We need to...
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss. It seems I may have caused you more trouble.
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that...
Goodness. Well, that certainly helped. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were mine. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that had struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Quietly now. There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
When the war is over, goblins...
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Patricus Totalis.
How nice of you to stop by.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
Feels like I've been at this for hours.
Patricus Totalis.
You almost had a luck. Almost. There you are. You're making this easy. Rest. You're weak, human.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Seems quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me. I didn't touch your helm, but thank you for making me the first object of your suspicions. Know who my friends are now, don't I?
For better or for worse, we're in. Patricus Totalis.
All.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Let's get this. Harbour up wise coming back this way.
How many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. I definitely think there's something here they want. Wingardium Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs.
Smashing.
Fangs. Should have thought to conjure stairs. That bridge you see.
Reparo.
Confringo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
We've rid the world of enough. We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud. I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment. We have another fight on our hands.
Is somebody there?
Why, this might be the best meal I've had in years.
Been on patrol so long, I'm hearing things.
Not quiet enough.
Red Rock will lead us to victory!
Accio! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Rather unwise coming back this way.
Ringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Ringo! Accio! We're not finished yet. It's almost...
Certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
Ah, there's that Hufflepuff loyalty you're so well known for.
Revelio.
Confringo!
Now, we can have a look around in peace. A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Confringo!
Wasn't expecting that.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora. If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morgan...
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would...
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ain't...
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name.
Here's some of the memories I've seen.
This is all rather baffling. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts. And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marenweem has suffered for it. Should we head there now? Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went?
No, Sebastian, I haven't.
Why would I listen to someone so...
Perhaps your uncle was right about you.
Oh, I do know when to... Unbelievable.